Okay, says we are live. Hello, welcome. Happy Friday. It is Friday. Yay! TGIF. TGIF, and we have a new cute hedgehog timer, and we have a poll for the day, and we have doggos for the day, and it's a great Friday. It's a great Friday. Yesterday, I didn't do it. Yeah, I took yesterday off from writing. I did a couple of errands to the grocery store and a couple other places, and then I wound up at Joann's, which was hopping, like way more people than I had ever seen in there normally. Normally, if I had gone to Joann's, there'd be like 1 to 2 other customers besides myself in the entirety of the store. But it was hopping. Tons of cars, tons of people inside. The yard had been mostly picked over, but there was a sign up saying that since they're emptying their warehouses, they're getting new inventory to the stores every day. So like daily restocks as their supplies come in. So my guess is if you want to get your choice of whatever material, you have to go like right as they open because, yeah. I did manage to get some chenille yarn that would be good for chickens. But that was about it. Like I was really hoping to get one of the like pound skeins from Lions. What's the Lion Brand? Lion whatever. Anyway, because when I had like felt them earlier, they were right nice and soft. But they only had one color, and I was like, I already have several skeins in like a very similar color, so I couldn't make myself buy that one leftover skein. So if I go again, it'll probably be in the morning. So yeah. Anyway, it was very picked over. It was kind of weird to see. It was very weird to see. Even their like wall of yarn was looking relatively empty. Not empty, but like pretty. And that wall is usually like red heart, which is affordable, but not necessarily the softest feeling. So anyway, so went there, got some yarn. I went to Hobby Lobby. I got like put in my little basket like everything to start doing some polymer clay. And then I was like totaling it up in my head, and I'm like, I just can't see myself starting this right now when I've got so much yarn that I have to get through. So I put back all the polymer clay stuff. And essentially the only thing I got was I got a new little mini ruler. My current mini ruler, if I can find it, has a cork backing. And the cork backing is failing and crumbling. Where is it? Is it in my notebook maybe? Anyway, it's about 6 inches long, but it's the Westcott brand, but it's got the cork backing, but the backing is falling off. So I got one. Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. So the cork backing is tearing off. I could just go ahead and scrape all of it off, but I got an even smaller one that doesn't have a cork backing and instead has a conversion table on the back for measurements. So I was like, oh, this could be useful. But yeah, so I got that from Hobby Lobby, and that was it. I put back everything else. So yeah, that was my yesterday. It was just like shopping and then eventually putting some stuff back. Anyway, Stacy says good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, welcome. Also, we do have a new hedgehog timer, so make sure that you check it out. We will be using it today for sure. Weaver is here. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome. Monique is here. Hey, everyone. Hello. You are determined to get some writing done today because you didn't do much this week aside from basic character profiles. Gotcha. Today's goal is for you to get to know your protagonists again. Okay, excellent. Well, if you have a female main character, the poll today is, if your female main character lived in Regency, England, which of these modistes, dressmakers, dress designers, would your main character choose to go to? So we have Miss Lanchester or Miss Gill, these first two. Would your main character choose one of them? Mrs. Bean or Miss McDonald? Would your main character choose one of these two in the middle? Mrs. Bell or Mrs. Pierpoint? Mrs. Bell or Miss Pierpoint, excuse me, over here. Or would your main character start her own salon and become the modiste that's the talk of the town? So these are paired because I didn't have 6 options again. So first 2, second 2, or third 2. Which would your female main character choose in terms of like what they would be wearing out and about? That is your question. So which do you think your main character would choose? That is the question. Weaver is planning to read for a bit. You have so many books on your TBR list. Me too. It should be a criminal offense. I mean, yes. Yeah. I feel like we're all guilty of that, though. Does Joann's have colored pencils or blank notebooks? They do, but I was really surprised their sale prices going out of business prices, whatever, are not as good as I had hoped they would be for the consumer. For Joann's is probably fine. Their fine arts stuff, which included sketchbooks and colored pencils and stuff, was only 10% off. Or at least the display that I passed was only 10% off. So at that price point, you'd still probably be better going to one of the other stores. So Elizabeth says, hello, welcome. Jane's style is minimalist. Do you feel like she would go with Mrs. Gill or Miss McDonald or Miss Marianne Bell? Yeah. Not a whole lot of frou for your main character. Lexi says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. I think I may have to turn my fan on. I was hoping I wouldn't, but it is getting warm. It is currently 62 degrees and sunny outside, and the temperature is rising. So there's that. Anyway, the other thing, I did stop by the Office Depot, Office Max, whichever it is, which is next door to Joann's, because I was very easily influenced. I can't remember if it was a Jet Pens or somebody else. Anyway, they were trying out different stationery, and they were talking about like juicy pens that let the ink flow very nicely. And there was one that they had that had red ink, and it just was like so nice and juicy. And so I had to go back and look at what the pen was, and the pen was a Uniball Air. And so I looked, and the only place I had it in town physically was the Office Depot, Office Max, whatever that store is. I think they're owned by the same people at this point. I don't know. Other than that, I'd have to order it from Amazon or somewhere. But anyway, so since I was going over to Joann's, I stopped in. So the Uniball Air is sort of like, I guess you would describe that as bullet shaped. I don't know. Anyway, the nib is, let's see if I can get it to focus. No. What if I put it behind a white background? Maybe. Anyway, that's the shape of it. I don't know how to get it to focus. Anyway, it's pretty nice and juicy. It's not as juicy as I was expecting. So it may be that I had got the medium point and the person who was doing the video had like a bold point, but it is still very nice. But it is slightly more on the gray scale of black. I wouldn't call this like a true black. So there's my miniature pen review for you. Writes nicely, is juicy, slightly more gray than black. So I don't know what that means because they only had the black pack. I don't know what that means for the vibrancy of the actual colors. So there's that. Okay, Thursday's doggo was Jiffy. He had a very on-brand birthday cake and had no ideas that jars were edible the whole time. So here's Jiffy. Jiffy looks like a senior dog, but is very adorable. Very adorable, and it's probably a peanut butter flavored cake, is my guess. And then we have Blakey and Gill. Blakey is bewildered by how small Gill is and demands an explanation. So here's Blakey looking at Gill, teeny tiny Gill, and going, "How are you so small?" So again, we have Jiffy and then Blakey and Gill. So those were our two doggos. And then since I'm not going to be here on Sunday, you'll get a bonus doggo for the weekend. Says, unbelievable. We only rate dogs. This is quite clearly a Venusaur. Please only send dogs. So there you go. That is your weekend dog. Also, don't forget Sunday is daylight savings start time. So spring forward an hour if you live in the US or Canada. Yep, that's happening. So sleep cycle, fun times. The rabbit is what we have today. It's number 49. Now is a lucky time. We have a big rabbit and two small rabbits. A sunny meadow calls, and the rabbit appears to lead you out of your dark warren and into the light so that you can participate in a fertile and beautiful experience. It may seem safe below ground, but the magic happens when you come out and take a risk of being vulnerable and creating something new. You are being invited into a new life that you have no experience with, but have no fear. Today is also a time to be fruitful and productive as you enjoy the rabbit's sunny and prolific energy. At this time, whatever you intend to bring to life will find fertile ground. There are no mistakes, really, when you are co-creating with the spirit, so let new ideas spring to the surface, knowing that now is a lucky time of tremendous possibility. That says to me drafting, maybe not editing. Says to me drafting. Says whatever it is should be productive, which, you know, writing and productivity, yay. But also, like, you don't have to stop for mistakes because mistakes are part of the process, and it's fine. It's fine. All good. Monique says the rabbit is definitely picking up your vibes and determination for the day. Good. Good, good. Okay. I am, however, going to be ignoring the no mistakes part because I am going to be editing today. I didn't get enough done this week, so I got to edit. Hopefully, I will be able to get done with my editing in like maybe 2 sprints, and so I'll have the last sprint for funsies. But yeah, that's where we are. Okay, let's go ahead and show the new timer. It's got the same piece of classical music that the bear hugs and the snowbirds are. So hopefully feels familiar, feels good. But here is our cute little hedgehog that we will have for 30 minutes. Oh, Monique got the Two of Wands. Nice. Nice, nice. It's a balance card, though, so. Elizabeth says, so cute. Yes, yes. I remembered somebody asked for, somebody was like, their little feet are cute. And then I realized that most of the pictures I have are without feet. So I managed to get this this one where you see a little bit of the foot action there for hedgehog feet pics. I don't know what what the website for that would be, but yeah, there it is. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with and take a sip. Cheers. Hello, CB, coming in right in time. It's the nose for you. Yes. 3 is straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I'm going at a pretty good clip in terms of writing. I got 16 pages done in terms of editing, sorry. But yeah, so yay. Excellent. Also, let me pull up the thumbnail again. For those who have come in, need a chance to see the dress styles. Again, this is if your female main character was in the Regency era of England, which dressmaker would she go to? One of these first two, Miss Lanchester, and Mrs. Gill, Miss Bean and Miss McDonald, or Miss Bell and Miss Pierpoint, or would your female main characters start their own salon? So that's that. Jen popped in during this print and said, hello, welcome. CB says, when you were in Malaysia the first time, the pet shop in a shopping center called Great Eastern had hedgehogs for sales as pets. They were adorable. They are very cute, yes. Monique says, I'm starting to understand Jane a lot more right now. She's someone who doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. Her emotions are all very much internalized. Nice. I'm glad you're understanding your character more. Becca says, hello, and oh my god, hedgehog. Yes, he's very cute. I have more pictures, but I only had time this morning to do one timer, so there will be more. Cat is here. Hello, welcome. Cat's Chaos Cafe. How's getting things done? Are they getting done? Some of my stuff is getting done. Not all of it, that's for sure. Funky says, hedgehog timer for the win. Yes. Yes, yes. Weaver says, didn't do much. Procrastination and sleepy. Gotcha. Jen says, oh no, it's funky. It is funky. Ooh, Lexi got 2,077 done. Nice. Broke the 2K mark. Fantastic. Monique is working on Gabby's profile now, and she's a total contrast to her older sister. She sees herself as different from her family because she's more energetic, and she expresses whatever she feels and thinks. Gotcha. Gotcha. Jen says, I do love that timer. Excellent. Kat says, I am on a homeschool research rabbit hole quest looking for resources for the niece or nieces. Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular? Like what is it? Just like looking at different homeschool options for your state? The kinds of curricula, like what exactly are you looking for? Or is it like science curriculum or, State says, I goofed up. Shame on me. Maybe next sprint. Elizabeth says, my female main character would be sent to Miss Lanchester, this first one on the left, against her will. She would rather wear men's clothes for freedom of movement, but she's not in the position to choose her own clothes yet. Jen says, I hate you, Lexi, for getting 2K, for being so impressive. See, we get 99 words and dinner, which is mozzarella sticks and potato waffles. Fantastic. Building the curriculum. Okay. What grade would your niece be in? Because sometimes you can start with that. And what state? Because like Georgia has their standards online. So like the standards for what students should be achieving in like grade 6 in English, in grade 7 in math, that kind of stuff. So depending on what state you're in, there may be a so like if you, here's for reference, She'll be in 10th grade. Okay. You have the requirements for Michigan, but you're trying to get free resources first. Okay. Yeah, so essentially, let me stop this and present. And again, Georgia is not Michigan, so you may have other resources and other like specific things. But so for like 10th grade literature and composition, you could see here, this is a Georgia standard, so Michigan may have something similar. But you can come over to the standards and see what are sort of the benchmarks, what are the things that they should be doing. You have to kind of figure out the teacher language in part of it, but they have curriculum map, which is like what they should be achieving in each like block of 9 weeks. So, oops, this is not sharing. Okay, it popped out onto another screen. Here we go. So for like 10th grade curriculum map, this is for ELA, but for Georgia, we have these for every subject. So this tells you pretty well what you should be reading and analyzing, and what you should be writing, like what you're focused on should be for writing. So, and these are free. So, I mean, they are resources for you to use. I put the link to the basic page. And so again, you may have different standards, but hopefully Michigan has a website that is similar. Because let me see if I can get the thing to pop out. So there's the standards for English, fine arts, math, science, social studies, physical education, world health, whatever. So you can go into each one of these. And then there are always sort of like clips online of like PDFs of specific like for 10th grade world lit, we talked about Kafka and surrealism. We talked about Dali and that kind of stuff. And so there are short stories by Kafka that you could pull. There's PDFs of that kind of stuff. So yeah, so there are definitely some there are definitely resources. So I would suggest looking first at your Michigan State standards, if they have something like, because this is the Georgia standards, they're developed from the national standards, yada, yada, yada. So, but it's not just for English. So they have the science and everything. And so once you start looking for that kind of like standardized stuff, there's a lot of teachers that will put it online, put their lesson plans and put their worksheets and stuff online. So you can use that as a jumping point, if you will. Anyway, Elizabeth says that CB's dinner sounds delicious. Lexi was like, so it's just sorry, Jen, but not really. Funky's like, Lexi, don't take her jealousy. Funky's trying to egg on the fight. Jen's like, wonderful. There goes my day. Here's the link to the Georgia Standards thing. So, it's like, Jen, your day just got 10 times better with my appearance. Right? True, you have delusions of grandeur. There's a site called Twinkle that might be useful. You're not sure if it's British only site though. Gotcha. Jen was like, did somebody think I actually meant that? Oh no, of course not. And Funky is telling on Jen. It's like, Jules, I'd just like to point out that Jen blew up your chat. Yes, Funky had nothing to do with that, of course. Lexi knew, yes. Now, if you were saying it to Funky, lol. Y'all are too cute. Too funny. It's very helpful. You found a couple of variants of things like that. We'll no doubt be spending time at the library. Some of it you have to relearn to help her. Yeah. That is, and plus it's like they don't necessarily teach the same way we did, or new information will have come along since we went to school. So yeah, it's all a process of learning. So monkey can't hear. CB says if she doesn't like reading, audiobooks are a useful resource. I would say that audiobooks are a useful resource in conjunction with the text, because sometimes seeing the text is important in terms of reading the language. Jen says, I would be horrible at homeschooling. I'm not great at school just for myself. There are also, Kat, you may want to check this out, because I know that there are sometimes sort of like groups of homeschool. And so they'll like get together on a Friday to do sort of like group activities or group, it's also like socialization practice. But they will do like some of the things like science dissections. If they do that, they're going to do that in a group, because they don't necessarily want it like everybody. It's like, don't get a flatworm, a frog for everybody. You know, homeschool cooperatives. Yes, thank you. That's what I was looking for. So there may be some homeschool co-ops near you or around your area in which you might get contact with. So Funky wants to know if Jen is still in school. Kat says there is a reason Aunt Kat is doing quite a bit of it and not her mom. Oh no. You're a great Aunt Kat. Jen says, I will graduate this fall. Exciting. Congrats. See, I'm capable of honest compliments. Oh. CB's cousin is going into her 3rd year at university this year, and your other cousin is going to 1st year this September. Nice. Your daughter is smarter than him, but also much younger. That's usually how mother-daughter things work, right? Stevie says, I am homeschooled at 42 years old, and you build your own curriculum. Yeah. Jen says, grad school is a consideration, but we shall see. Gotcha. Stacey says there's also online school like ECOT if you don't want to come up with the course online. Gotcha. Yep. Your daughter is transferring to your university in the fall. Oh. So, but you're graduating in the fall? Yes. Okay. So y'all will just miss each other unless you go to grad school. Understood. Understood. All right. So do we do the hedgehog again, or do we do the snowbirds? Hedgehog or snowbirds? Funky says, are y'all going to room together like Gilmore Girls? Hedgehog? Or Funky's like, hedgehog! And Monique votes for snowbird. Do we have anybody who wants to break the vote? Break the tie? Both be online students, so she doesn't care if she's on campus or not. Gotcha. yeah, by your second year, you're like, oh, okay, this is what's what. Okay, Stacy says snow. Okay. Snowbirds. There it is. Make it big. I always forget. Cow timer. I think the only cow timer I have is the one that I made for Charlie. So that's on Charlie's channel because I didn't upload it. So, all right, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Also, don't forget to do your self promo because it is the second sprint. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that was print number 2. How did we do? We doing good? Hopefully so. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. Oops, no, other way around. Okay. Close to 20 pages. Not quite, but close to 20 pages. which is great. Because that means that since this morning, I've already done 51 or 52 pages, which is great. Fantastic. It's going well. Again, I do these editing passes looking for specific things because I don't want to fix everything in one go. So I look for specific things. It allows me to focus a little bit better, I think. For now, this time. Anyway. So, okay. Let's see. Don't forget to do your self promo. Kat was still talking about there are some online programs you can take pieces of and combine them to make them work. Yes, very true. CB's self-promo is that you have links in your YouTube About page. Monique says, I posted mood boards on Instagram and you're doing a thread on Blue Sky for fantasy indie writers. Nice. Just taking a lunch break at the moment. Raven is here. Hello, all. Hello. Welcome. Eva is here. Hey. Hello. Welcome. How are you? Lexi got 2,142 done. That's the second 2K in a row. Fantastic. Weaver was reading. Excellent. Good job. CB was recommending typing lessons as well for Kat's niece. Weaver was also eating chocolate. Very good choice. Yes. Becca did some beta reading and now trying to tackle your TikToks for the day, which is great. CB got 254 words. Fantastic. Good. CB says, editing is a bit like eating an elephant because it's necessary to do it one bit at a time. Yeah. Not that you would eat a real elephant, but yes, the metaphor. Stace says, words. Right? Yeah. Jen says, Eva. Monique says, even while eating, I figured out that Andy would still be a punk even without his daddy issues. Stacey's like, okay, now I want chocolate again. Darn it. I'm sorry. Funky says, started a work required video on privacy and information governance that nearly keeled over at the dryness of it. Right? Yeah. Yeah. 615 words. Sorry, your numlock was pressed. Gotcha. Jen says, artwork videos, great. They are. I think about the only ones that were entertaining to me when I was teaching. We had the ethics slides, ethics presentation of like what you shouldn't do. And it was just lists of cases that had happened. And it's basically like giant soap opera gossip slides. Very entertaining, but also kind of like people had no common sense. Like none at all whatsoever. And people made very, very morally questionable choices. But yeah, they were at least slightly entertaining in some fashion. But that was about the only work video I have ever found to be entertaining. Monique says, if monsters/vampires didn't exist, his dad would have been a crusading lawyer who rebelled against his wealthy, privileged family. Becca says, I was also just eating chocolate, dark chocolate almonds, and now you want to eat more of them. I have slowly been consuming just like one or two every day or so. The dark chocolate sea salt caramels. I still have quite a bit. But yeah, these were a Christmas gift. So just slowly, every now and again, one or two. So that's my chocolate of choice for now. So Funky says to Jen, the best. Give me videos all day, every day instead of work. Not. Right? CB says, I'm not a big fan of almonds or walnuts or hazelnuts, but I love cashews, pistachios, and peanuts. Nice. I don't know that I've ever had pistachio by itself. Now that I think about it. Because we were always more of a like pecan household. So pecans and cashews. Occasionally peanuts. Not as often, but mostly pecans and cashews. So yeah. Jen says, I used to hate the videos the office would make us watch. It was refreshing when they used TED Talks. When they used TED Talk videos a bit that didn't sound like a game show. Monique says, the joke being that if Andy's father wasn't the Punisher, he'd basically be the Daredevil. Gotcha. Jen says, I did a couple of work videos for the current job that I paid attention to, even though we got a bonus for watching them. Oh, you learned some things. That's always nice. Funky says, I'm going to need more coffee for the remainder of the videos. Raven says, dark chocolate nuts. Yes. You love covered cashews. Yes. Weaver says, oh my God, those look so good. I eat the jar so fast. They are very good, but with lactose intolerance, I can only have a couple every once in a while. Otherwise, I regret. CB says, I cannot have dark chocolate because of the migraine trigger. Ooh, that would suck because I do love dark chocolate. I love chocolate in general, but that would suck. Chin says, I just had a huge espresso cold brew latte thing. Nice. Funky's jealous and drooling. Like a Stein-sized glass. Nice. Like a beer sign. yes. Yeah. You might be hopping on the walls. Right. Oh, okay. So, oh gosh, what's okay. There are two ceramic pottery people that I follow. I mean, I follow more than that. But on Instagram, two in particular. We're just going to keep showing, like last time we were showing off cute animals. This time we're showing off ceramicists. Okay, so one of them is Sven Ceramics, I think. Yes. Okay, let me share this. Let me share. So I promise it'll come back around to the beer stein shape. I promise. It will. Okay, so again, this is Sven Ceramics, and they make these beautiful gold foiled, mostly mugs, but they do make other things as well. But just like, look how pretty. And then they have different colored glazes that they're working on. They have like fall collections. Look at the bat. So cute. And then they have this like lavender lilac one. So good. Anyway, so this is one of the ceramicists that I have been stalking for a while. And will occasionally have drops. They're expensive, you know, they're artists. Isn't it Mad or is it Moth? Mad Ceramics, I think, is the other one. Nope, I want the actual account. Yes, okay, Mad Ceramics, Mad_ceramics. This lady has the beer stein that has like hummingbirds on them. And they're so pretty. And I'm just like, I want them. So, and then like the Luna Moth ones that they do, so good. So cool. They have like tchotchke key hangers. and other small things. But they have like butter bells, honey jars, but they're so pretty. And I'm just like, I want these too. So I just, incessantly stalk their Instagrams because at the moment they're not in the budget. Like, just gonna be honest. But they're very beautiful. So that was Sven Ceramics was the first one, and then Mad_Ceramics is the second one. So there you go. I will also make you obsess over them. Right? She's always bouncing off the wall. Nothing has changed. Nice. CB has chocolate in the fridge. Nice. Eva said, so pretty. There's a pottery place near here, and I want to do it for funsies. There is a pottery place in Athens that you can pay for lessons and use of their studios, and I have considered. I have very much considered, and may still. So anyway, Heather says, hello, you've been lurking. Hello, welcome. Pretty, beautiful. Yes, Funky's excited to see Heather. There's one here too, Pottery Place. You went and it was so fun to paint things and calming too. I still haven't found them. I don't know where they are, but we went to a place where you could either paint ceramics or you could do fused glass. And I did 2 pieces of fused glass. One that was inspired by Van Gogh's Starry Night. And I don't know where I've put them. They're somewhere, but I don't know where I put them. So what a fun thing to introduce me to. Thank you, Jules. You're welcome. Legit, right? Yeah, it's been your entire day. Almost done, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it feels sometimes. Yeah. CB is back and has chocolate. Excellent. Heather and Jen and Funky are back together, like helloing back together. There's a place in Houston that does pottery painting, and you painted a little coin dish when you were there last time, and your mother painted a soap dish. Nice. Yes, the Van Gogh. Yes, Van Gogh, whatever, however you actually pronounce his name. Exclamation. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we're very much like behind. I would like to do a third sprint. I would like to do the hedgehog again. So just know that we are severely going over our normal. Like it's 2:50. So, third sprint will take us to close to the half-hour mark again. So that's what we're going to do. Anyway, hedgehog is here, and I'm going to continue to edit because I feel like I'm on a roll with it. So I was kind of thinking I would be done. I've got what I wanted to get done, my benchmark about 50 pages a day for editing, but we're going to keep going. We're going to get a little extra buffer in there today. So yes, the hedgehog. All right, let's do this. So 1, save your document. Excuse me. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for the posture check. And 4, if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How did we do? I got another 8 pages done, which is great. Fantastic. Oh, and I never changed the banner. My bad. My bad. I popped in the Instagram links for Sven Ceramics and Mad Ceramics. You think the place you went to in Houston is called the Mad Potter? Could be fun. Monique says, after I finish Andy and Susie's profiles, you're going to take a break. Heather says, I'm going to doing some admin stuff, client stuff. Karma is close enough that Stacy says, I think I'm going to wait at the door instead of editing. It just makes me anxious. We'll be back before the end of the sprint. Gotcha. Funky says, with the help of Pete's Coffee, I made it through my video. Good. I'm glad. I am glad. Let's see. We need to share the poll. Okay, so when it comes to the Regency Era Dressmakers, 58% of our female main characters are going to start their own salon, do their own dressmaking, all that kind of stuff, instead of choosing one of these ladies to make a dress for you. 25% would choose Miss Bell or Miss Pierpoint, which would be these two over here. So 25% would choose one of these. 16% would choose Lanchester or Lancaster or Miss Gill, which would be over here. And nobody's choosing anything from the middle. None of our female main characters are going here. So there you go. That's the answer. Becca was working on TikToks. Excellent. Happy birthday. Or it's Sunday. Yeah, it's this Sunday. So 2 days from now, which I will not be here. So thank you for reminding me to say that. I'm taking the day off to celebrate. Probably go out for a brunch and then having a nice dinner with my parents and family. So yeah. CB says 510 words. I'm working on the new prologue. Nice. Pepper would start her own salon because she was taught by her aunt. Yes. I like that. Funky says to Jen, I ain't showing up on no manager reports. Thank you very much for not having watched, right? Yeah. Yeah. Or watched it too fast or clicked through too fast. Yeah. Then happy early birthday. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. CB says, I think Pepper might offer classes in sewing and knitting and stuff at her salon. That would be fun. That would be fun. Except I think in those eras, I'm not sure that most of the rich ladies did much of their own mending or sewing or any of that. They might have. But I think if they did something, it would be more along the lines of embroidery. Maybe. Or maybe lace work. I don't know. Used to speed through them. Bad idea, right? Especially when you have a quiz after the fact. Yeah. Funky says, I couldn't tell you anything about what I watched. In one ear, out the other. Yep. That's what happens with those very boring videos. Okay. Well, thank you very much for a very productive editing session. I'm very pleased with how much I got edited. Thank you very much for accompanying me. And I will hopefully see y'all on Monday again. I won't be here on Sunday, so I will see y'all on Monday. So All right, y'all. Thank you very much. Enjoy the new hedgehog timer and have a great weekend. Bye.